back to the Parallel Universe. I'm your host, Logan Bruce. And what are we going to talk about today? Well, you know, here at the Parallel Universe, it's all about cartoons, comics, and sci-fi, right? So we are going to talk about comics. More specifically, we're going to talk about manga and some comics. Not too long ago, I had a guest on the Parallel Universe, and his name was Dean Garris. And of course, we were talking about this comic here called what was it called? Zulu. Zul. I'm sorry, Zul. And it was all about making friends. Well, that's my take on it. This young man here, he fell into a puddle and got transported to a different land, and he made some friends. And the friends he made didn't look like him, they didn't talk like him, but in the end, they became really good friends, and they were able to overcome a problem that was going on in that land. And then once he came back to Earth, once he fell back through the portal, he came back to Earth. He helped another young man who had fallen down. He helped him learn how to make friends as well. So, because he was wondering how to make friends, and so then when he was able to make friends in that strange new world, once he came back, he taught someone else how to make a friend. And it all started by just saying hello, and asking your name. So that's how you can make friends. So it's a very good book. Children will love it. I love it. So the kids at heart. So check this out. Zul is the name of this book. And I think you can get in contact with Dean through his website, DeanGarris.com. I think is what it is. Let me see. I got it right here. You know me. At Dean.Garris. That's, I don't know if you can guys see it. Let's see if you can see that. Get focused. So it's Dean.Garris on Instagram. Check him out. He has some wonderful works. He also left me with this. It's called The Lord of Dirt. And it's really good. Now, this takes place, I can't remember the name of the land that this takes place in, but it's a little bit darker than Zul. Zul's happy and fun. This is a little darker. Not terribly dark or anything, but it's a little darker. And it's about these kingdoms and how they are all trying to see which one is going to start trouble, so to speak. And this also has its very own princess with her own talking rabbit. Name, what was that rabbit's name? Putty, I think, was the name of that rabbit. Very cool story. I can't wait to read the second volume of this. So I gotta get over Dean myself to see, how I can get the second edition of this, because it's very good. I really enjoyed this one as well. And this is something else he left me. It's called Boxcar Tales. And this is 8 stories, but they all are centered on a train. Every one of these stories that is in here is centered on a train. It's really good by some local artists here in Raleigh, North Carolina. Of course, Dean is in this area too, and so I really enjoyed Boxcar Tales. And let's see, I'm trying to see if I can. Some of the stories are The Wizard, The Prodigal Son, Outing, which is, I read that. I can't remember that. That was good though. Dead Tired, Duplex, Fidget Hero, Trial by Fire, and Untitled. Wizard is by Robin Foyette. The Prodigal Son is by Gabriel. I want to say his last name wrong. I do apologize. Per game, I want to say. Outing by Melanie Box. And of course, Dead Tired is by Dean Garris. Duplex by Shaz. Fidget Hero by Molly Colon. And Trial by Fire, Darian Roche. And Untitled by Patrick Holt. And these guys are also right here in Raleigh. Let me see. And they are represented by a group called TCCN. and I read. Let me see if I can find what it stands for. Well, I'll read you the instructions. It says the Triangle Comics Creative Networks, or TCCN, provides infrastructure and support for community of comic makers and artists of all ages. It was created by Durham County Library in 2018 as an offshoot of Amy Godfrey Durham Comic Fest. Boxcar Tales is the second anthology created by TCCN. It's collections that feature works from 8 North Carolina artists with varied arts and storytelling styles. This anthology was made possible thanks to the generosity of the Durham Library Foundation. So I guess if you want to get Boxcar Tales, you can reach out to the Durham, the Durham Library Foundation, or see if you can find TCCN and see if you can get Boxcar Tales. It is very, very good. I love the artwork. I love the storytelling. Very, very good. The artists and creators in here did a wonderful job, and I'm looking forward to reading more from Boxcar Tales or whatever. I'm not sure if it's still gonna be called Boxcar Tales, or they have another comic, but it still have a central theme. So the central theme in this one, of course, is all the stories take place on a train. So I'm not sure if this is going to be continued to call Boxcar Tales, or if it'll be something else, but with a central theme where the stories center around a certain area. Maybe they're all in the park on the next one. I'm not sure, but it's very good. The artists and the creators did a wonderful job with this, and I absolutely loved it. Now I'm going to talk about another quote unquote comic, but it's not comic, as you may know. This is heard about manga. Manga is Japanese style of comic books. It's pretty much what a manga is. It's just Japanese comic book. And here in Raleigh, we have some very good creators, and they are called now. The company is Saturday AM. You can go to Saturday underscore or hyphen.com, SaturdayAM.com, and to find these books. But these books are in oh man, they're in I want to say you can get them in Walmart. I think you can get them on Amazon. I know there are in local comic book shops, like Animes carries these, and also what's the name of the other company? The other comic book, Ultimate Comics carries these as well. And like I said, they are the group. The company is Saturday AM, and I absolutely love Saturday AM. I love what they represent and everything, because the creator and founder of Saturday AM, Mr. Freddie Jones, he doesn't just take manga like Japanese manga. He gets creators from all over the world. There's some from Niger. Here, of course, I think they have a French creator. They have a Norwegian creator. Just so many different creators. I got one from Haiti, a creator from Haiti. So just a bunch of wonderful creators from all over the world, and it's not just one style of manga. Like in Japanese, it's all pretty much centered on, or Japanese manga rather. It's all Japanese, characters and Japanese culture and things of that nature. But here at Saturday AM, they take the culture from each one of these creators, and they, of course, intertwine that into their manga, the manga rather. And this is one of their mangas. It's called Apple Black, and I really like Apple Black. Apple Black is a story about there was something that happened in the past, and now they're trying to keep things from happening in the future. And I think that's why they came up with they got one manga called Apple Black Origin. I have not read that, but I'm pretty sure it tells the story, the beginning of Apple Black and everything that's happening here. Sort of like when everyone heard, about the Clone Wars and Star Wars. We were like the Clone Wars. Everybody wanted to know what that was and what it was about, and nobody knew. So things happen in Apple Black that you don't know about by reading just the first issue, and so obviously coming up with Apple Black Origin, it lets you know what happens before the first edition of Apple Black, and also you got these. I don't even want to spoil it for you. I don't even want. I want you guys to go and pick this up. It's very good. I'm on the what did I just finish? I'm starting the third edition of this, and I love it. It's exciting, and it makes you want because you since you don't know what happened in the past, it keeps you guessing, but it also it draws you in because you're trying to figure out what's going on. Who are these guys? What are they trying to stop? Because there's two different groups. I just want you guys to read this. I don't want you to take my word for it. Go read it for yourself. It's very good. Absolutely love Apple Black. Like I said, I'm on the third chapter, the third edition of this. Now, a good friend of mine, Jay Olden, I got to meet him. I think it was like one of my first cons that I attended here in Raleigh. Well, and this one was actually in Durham. And Jay Olden, he's my buddy. He's a good friend of mine. And he created this hammer. And this is about a young man named Stud. And Stud is Stud is really cool. He's out to when you first look at this, you may think that he was after adventure and everything, but he's not. Once you start getting into Hammer, you realize what Stud is after and what he really wants. And this is really good. I really, really enjoy Hammer. I mean, I love it to death. I read all four. I'm waiting for number 5. So Jay, I know you're busy and I know you got a lot going on, but when you finish number 5. I'm ready for it. I'm ready to read it. I absolutely love it. This was my first introduction to Saturday AM, and this book right here, this manga right here, made me fall in love with company and everything that they stand for, and I really appreciate Hammer. I absolutely love it, love it, love it. So here's another one I don't want to give any spoilers away. Go check this out. Find it, read it. You're gonna love it. I promise you. This is really good, and this kids can read it. It's not too graphic or anything like that. It's wonderful. I love it. I mean, I can't say enough about Hammer. It's my favorite. I really will say that. I really love Hammer. Hammer is wonderful. And then I got introduced to Gun Hill, and she's a pistol. This is from a Norwegian creator, and she takes the Norse mythology and puts it into her manga, and this is wonderful. It's about a young girl who is trying to become a god and also to prevent Ragnarok. It's great. I love it. It's fun. She is a pistol. She doesn't back down from anybody. Gun Hill is a trooper. She's a pistol, and you're gonna love it. If you love a strong female character who doesn't back down from a fight, you're gonna love Gun Hill. This is one. Now this one here is called Yellow Stringer, and this is by a Haiti creator. What is his name? What is his name? I forgot his name. I'm sorry. Joffrey. I think Jeffrey. John Wheat. If I'm saying your name wrong, man, I apologize. I met him at what did I meet him at? It was the NC Durham Comic Con that just passed. That's what I met him and bought. This is a really good book as well. It's full of mystery. and it'll draw you in quick. I had to put it down the other night because I would have finished the whole thing, um, and so I had to put it down because it does draw you in. It keeps you guessing. You want to know more, so I really love this. Like I said, I just started this, and I love it. It's great. It's great. Wonderful work. And Gun Hill. I forgot. I've already finished both of these, so I finished one and two. I'm waiting for the third edition of this to come out. Yeah, this is good as well. I love when they went looking for Loki. That was funny. But that's in the second edition, so you had to read the first one first, of course. And we have Clock Striker. This one here is with Freddie Jones and I can't remember the other gentleman that wrote this. I will pronounce his name wrong, so I'm not going to try it. But that's very good things about Gun Hill. You got a black protagonist here. She's the star of the book. She's awesome. She is on and eventually become a smith. She wants to be a smith, and what they do is they go around, they solve crimes, protect people, and all that good jazz like that. And she is very intelligent. She actually has one hand, but she built a robot hand or mechanical hand. And in this hand, she can combine chemicals and everything to create chemical reactions and things of that nature to help in her adventures and to help protect people. This is very, very good. There's some very good things happening with this book. I wish I had Mr. Jones here with me so he could definitely tell you more about it. And I don't want to give anything away or say anything I'm not supposed to about this book but there are some big things going on with this book. And Mr. Jones, if you see this, I would really like to be a part of that. Plugging myself, I know. But yeah, but this Clock Striker is very good. All these books that I've read so far from Saturday AM are wonderful. I just absolutely love the style of writing from every one of these creators. I love the diversity. I love what they're doing over there at Saturday AM. So if you have not heard about Saturday AM, check these guys out. You're gonna love them, I promise you. And there's more titles. I have some more in the back. I didn't bring those out because I haven't started reading them yet, so I couldn't really tell you about them. Even though I really didn't tell you a lot about these either, because I want you guys to read it and love it just like I do. Now, one thing I do want to say about comics and manga. I know a lot of people who are younger than me, because I'm kind of old, are going more with manga now than comic books. So manga is more of the comic books of today, like comics were back when I was young. And I think a lot of people like manga or prefer manga for various reasons. But one I think that would stand out to me is that there's not a lot of change in manga or the storyline. It stays the same. Everything. Just everything's the same. Yeah. With comics, sometimes you get new writers, new artists, things like this. So the story changes, or the hero or the villain is drawn different, or like I say, the plot is different, or it changes, and and sometimes that can be aggravating, especially if you're used to it being looking a certain way, and then you have another artist come in or another writer who takes up, the comic, and then they kind of change it to what they want, and their interpretation of it. So let's just take Spider-Man. You see him and you get used to him drawn one way, and how he is portrayed in the comics, his qualities, his feelings, his demeanor. You see all these things, and then another writer comes in, and they kind of change that. So he's not the same Spider-Man, and so you're like, well, this, it's not really Spider-Man. I put it to you like this: for those who love Star Wars, we all, we know George Lucas's work, and then when we see other things that come out that have been produced and directed by somebody different, we see the change, and we're like, this is not Star Wars because the story is different, the atmosphere is different, the way it feels is different, the way those the characters are being portrayed is different. And we're like, this is not right. This is not what we grew up on. This is not what we love. So I think the same way uh, comics change like that with new writers and new artists, uh, manga has the same creators, the same artists. They keep it the way that you're introduced to it throughout the whole series. And even if someone takes, I think, the respect that people have, like, the creator of Dragon Ball Z, of course we know he has passed, um, but the ones who are taking up the manga series after him respect the style and the character development and the characters and how they interact with each other in the manga. They keep that the same. Uh, like I say, even the artistry in those mangas is the same because they pay, so they don't change it. So you still get the same Goku, unlike some of the comics where the character has changed. So with manga, they stay the same, from the beginning to the end. And I think that's why a lot of the, children and not even children, I shouldn't say children, but those who love manga are really appreciated because it does stay the same. It doesn't change, so you get that same feel from the first issue all the way down to the last, and into continuing that that storyline. So that's why I think that's what I think manga has over some of the comics. Now I love